What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. I am the Poetic Healer, and in today's video, we're going to be reading the poem Pure State of Mind. All right, let's get to it. The silence of the mind brings forth wholeness. One's determination should be that of a fortress. Each experience is an opportunity to achieve greatness. Conquer your fears and allow your true self to be expressed. You attract what you are, so beware of your energy. The point of life is to leave this world with good memories. When you appreciate your position in this world of possibilities, you create an aura of self love and destroy all forms of insecurities. And that is pure state of mind. Now it says the silence of the mind brings forth wholeness. One's determination should be that of a fortress. So the more you're in silence, the more you're whole. AKA, the more you're in tune with your inner and outer self. But the more when you're lost in other distractions, things outside of you, and stimulants, mentally or through audible or voice wise, you're always consumed by those energies. So your soul doesn't allow itself, or you don't allow yourself to rest. And the more you're in silence, the more you're resting. And the more you're resting, the more you have time to actually have inner voice clairvoyance. You know what I'm saying? And you can hear your inner voice and you can actually be more creative when you're more in silence. And you can actually be more at whole when you're in silence because you're practicing um, resting your internal and your external body. So that makes you whole. And then it says one's determination should be that of a fortress. So your determination should be the size of a fortress, saying that it should be powerful and great. Your determination should be powerful and great. And the more you have that within you, that's how far you go outside. So how far you go outside of you is dependent on how far you're willing to go within yourself. And everything will intertwine. And then it says each experience is an opportunity to achieve greatness. Conquer your fears and allow your true self to be expressed. So your experiences that you're going through, um, you're given the chance to achieve greatness. And even when you come short and you fall short, you're still achieving greatness because you're always expanding. So just because you didn't reach your destination doesn't mean that you're not expanding. It's just it might take more time, it might take more effort and more energy, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to where you're going. You just have to keep having that tunnel vision and keep expanding in your destination. And then it says, conquer your fears and allow your true self to be expressed. So the more you allow your true self to be expressed, the more you're cutting through those mental boundaries. And the more you can exceed past those mental boundaries, the more you can reach new plateau and new frontiers. And the more you can achieve new capabilities and abilities. But if you allow fear to stop you from reaching where you want to reach, then you won't be able to reach these abilities. You know what I mean? You'll always be in a mental confinement. And when you're in a mental confinement, you're not able to go outside and see the new environment that is actually waiting for you because you're still stuck in that four squared, cornered, logical mental room. You know what I mean? Because square has to do with logic and circle has to do with emotions, the feminine energy. Circle for emotions, square for logic. You know, that's why you have that in your PlayStation controller. It's the same thing. You're utilizing your logic and your emotions, your left brain and your right brain. So that's what it's talking about there. It's very important that you allow your true self to be. And the more you allow your true self to be, the more things will come to you naturally. And then it says, you attract what you are, so beware of your energy. The point of life is to leave this world with good memories. So you attract what you are, but you also attract what is opposite of you, also. That's one thing that people don't also talk about. When you're the source and you're being yourself, you're going to attract people who are like-minded and also people who oppose what you believe in or your ideas or your ideals. But that is also part of the natural process of existence, that you're always going to attract both aspects, something that is for you and something that is opposing you. You know, it's all about how you are as the source that is able to maneuver through these situations and control both aspects. And then it says the point of life is to leave this world with good memories. Yeah, it's very important to leave this world with good memories and not to hold on to things that are very condensed because that's going to make your heart condensed. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's very important that you have a very light-hearted heart, aka it's very light-hearted. It's not holding on to too much things. It's just here to experience and gain the knowledge and wisdom through those experiences and expand on your abilities and your capabilities. And then it says, when you appreciate your position in this world of possibilities, you create an aura of self love and destroy all forms of insecurities. So it's very important that when you're appreciating yourself, the more you appreciate yourself, the more you appreciate the world outside of you. And the more you appreciate yourself and you realize that the outside world is opposing you, that's when it's time for you to realize that you need to change your environment, either mentally or physically. And the more you can do that, the more you'll be able to actually be yourself and be able to find those possibilities and find those capabilities within yourself. So it's very important that you have these type of things within you, and you're appreciating yourself and the position you're in life, because every position is always a progress. It's not something that is stagnant. So even if you're not in the position that you want to be just yet, that doesn't mean that you don't feel it internally. You know what I'm saying? You can time jump and quantum leap, you know, like they say in astrophysics. You can quantum leap with your mind. Always remember that. You can always quantum leap with your mind. And just by being in that mental sphere of feeling like, okay, I am going to manifest this, I'm going to achieve this, eventually, just you being in that mental space and in that emotional space, eventually it will come into fruition. But you just need to have that consistency for it to be. And then it says you create an aura of self-love and destroy all forms of insecurities. So when you appreciate yourself, that's what you're destroying, and you're uplifting self-love. You're uplifting yourself, and you're destroying and putting down insecurities. You know what I'm saying? You're exalting yourself. Just like you see when the sun is exalted during 12 p.m., you know, during the midday. That's why it's called the midday, because it's in the middle of the day. The sun is at the middle part of the day. Um, that's when you realize that you want to also act out that attribute. You want to be exalted, right? You want to exalt yourself. So for you to exalt yourself, you need to expand on your abilities. You need to keep working on yourself. And the more you can work on yourself, the more you can exalt yourself into the position that you want to be in. And it's very important to know these type of things. So yeah, guys, that's Pure State of Mind. That's the poem. Hope you guys gain something new from those poems. It's very important that in whatever you're trying to achieve, always realize that everything starts from a mental seed. And from that mental seed, you have to add consistency. And the consistency is by utilizing the energy of your logic and your emotions into what you want to create. And the more you can add that energy and you're consistent in that vision, eventually it will come into fruition. And yeah, guys, that's the poem for today's video. Hope you guys gained something new. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you soon.